A murderous kangaroo, a Killer-roo if you will, is terrorizing a small town in Australia. What's up with that? Why does it refuse to die, and most importantly, will this movie be worth your while? Hi there, it's Micha. Join me for this review if you like to find out. The movie starts with Schmidty, played by Michael Biehn, having an encounter with an aggressive roo. That he shoots point blank, yet it didn't die. As he has a history of being a little bit out there, Maddie, the local sheriff, doesn't give his warning much credit, which is partly based on how his delivery comes across.
Maddie! I've seen a beast of a huge kangaroo, 7 foot tall. I named him Rippy.
Even after the first victims are discovered, she is still not contemplating a killer kangaroo. And again, Schmitty's comments don't help him make his case.
It's a zombie.
As no coroner is available, the local mortician examines the bodies, concluding that it must have been an animal. However, as a newly arrived worker in the nearby mine has a criminal record that includes violent crimes and no alibi, Maddie opts to arrest him instead.
I want my lawyer.
But of course the killings don't stop afterwards, so she slowly starts to entertain the kangaroo angle, putting together a hunting party. But they soon have to face the fact that they may have bitten off more than they can chew. A problem that Rippy, our monster-roo, doesn't share with them. Will they be able to kill the beast that seems to be unstoppable? Let me start by saying that I went into this one with wrong expectations. After watching the trailer, I was, for some reason, expecting this to be a self-aware creature feature comedy. Though there are some kinda humorous moments that could explain my mindset, like this one that was also featured in the trailer.
G'day, Skip.
The movie mostly plays it straight. Rewatching the trailer afterwards, I have to admit it didn't really convey a comedy angle, so I guess that one was on me. And that would have been no issue, as a more serious approach is also fine, but first off, then the effects would also have needed to be better. They are not terrible, but also not great. That is the reason why they have the creature mostly attacking at night to hide the effects at least a little bit, and also reduced the monster screen time as much as possible, which can help, as showcased in movies like Jaws. If the rest of the movie is fantastic, which here is not the case, though like the effects, the film isn't terrible either.
My dad was a hero. He died young to save me. I think about that a lot.
One big issue is the lead character, around which they try to create too much drama, blaming herself for her father's death and also for the first 2 victims, though neither was her fault. You also can't blame her for not believing Schmitty's crazy sounding warning at first.
I feel that we're all in mortal danger. I shot the thing point blank, and it didn't die.
However, she then makes one mistake after the other. After arresting an innocent man, whom she, by the way, kept in prison even after people died while he was incarcerated, she tells people, after being specifically asked if it is safe now to get out at night, that they can. That there is no danger, directly resulting in another death. And later, when facing the beast, she tries to run it over, but misses. And then decides to follow it into the woods at night, of course ending up running the car into a tree. That all kinda makes her seem incompetent, which felt borderline offensive. It also doesn't help to make our hero more relatable. And speaking of relatable, for some reason they decided to make the relationships of the supporting characters a mystery. While it is early on clear that Schmitty once was married to Donna, which didn't end well, It took half of the movie for them to reveal that Schmitty was Maddie's father's best friend and that they fought together in Vietnam.
I met your father in the jungles of Southeast Asia.
Yeah, I know that.
And it took even longer to divulge that Donna is Maddie's parental aunt. Both revelations had no impact on the plot whatsoever. It just confused the viewer a bit along the way, for no reason. Overall, the movie tries too hard to be serious, including the drama of Maddie having had the wrong recollection of her father's death, but didn't really have the plot to back it up. It does have some solid moments of thrill and action, but those were also few.
It is here!
The fact that they plugged on a pretty uninspired end gag, which is unsatisfying as it completely leaves open where they go from there and almost contradicts the seriousness they previously pushed so hard, also doesn't really help the overall feeling of consistency. As a last call out, if you check out this movie, make sure to also watch the animated end credits, as they tell you the kangaroo's backstory that directly leads into the beginning of the film. And with that being said, let's get to the rating. Like I said, the movie was not great, but not terrible either. With better effects and a superior script, it could have been great. Or it could have leaned more into its campiness and taken itself less seriously. As is, it is just average, though mostly entertaining enough, which for me translates into a 5.5 out of 10 points. At the end of the day, I was more fascinated with the concept of a Killer-roo than the actual movie. So for me this means there was a lot of wasted potential. What about you? Have you seen the trailer and also expected this to be a horror comedy? What do you think of the concept of a killer kangaroo? Have you seen the movie and agree with my assessment? Whatever you like to share, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, share or subscribe. So much for now, see you next time, and thanks for watching. Rewatching the trailer afterwards, I have to admit it didn't really convey. You also can't blame her for not believing Schmitty's crazy sounding Overall, the movie tries too hard to be serious, including the drama of Maddie having had a wrong